So I want to tell you a quick story about how Go Be Her came to be. It actually started with a tragedy. I was a new homeowner in an amazing neighborhood, having incredible impact, working a job that I loved, uh, and serving in roles that I really valued for the public. And tragedy hit, and I was forced to make a decision as to whether I wanted to stay and feel stuck and scared, or if I wanted to start over completely. I was still showing up for my clients, but I could not get the answers from anybody about what to do in the situation. I had to make the decision of whether I wanted to sell my home, rent it out, if I wanted to stay in the city that I was living in or move to another one. And I just didn't know what to do. So I took a long sort of break from people, from society really, and recognized that I really needed to get some healing and recover from what I had experienced. For 2 weeks in the month of December that year, I went out to a farm and I was in the silence for like a kind of personally curated silence retreat with the intent of getting the answers that I needed from within. So I prayed and I talked to God, and I really just listened in the silence for what I should do. I felt like I had reached a very pivotal moment in my life, and that it was very important that I make the right decision, because that tragedy didn't happen for nothing. Like, I really felt like it happened to push me into the life that I wanted. I just was scared, and I didn't know if I was going to make the right decision or what even was the right decision. So nevertheless, following that personal silence retreat, I decided that I was going to put my home on the market, and I had signed up for a 3-day writing challenge as a way of reinvigorating the writer in me and also taking my mind off of what I had experienced. I knew that my home was going to go up on the market, and I had worked with an amazing team that was going to help me stage it while I went wherever I chose to go. I hadn't made a decision on what city I was going to go to, but at the end of it all, I decided that why not paradise? I'm in need of recovery, sunshine. It was the dead of winter, and solitude and peace and clarity. And I also was about to sign up for a 21-day boot camp to continue the writing challenge after the amazing experience I had with the 3 days. And I had several book ideas that I wanted to pursue. So I said, I think I'm about to just do it. I think I'm going to just take a leap and go out here and just see what happens. Worst case scenario, I come back and I'm stuck. Or I go and I have the time of my life and everything works out. And it turns out that everything did. Go Be Her was written for that woman who is overwhelmed, who's always giving to everyone else and not making time for herself. I found that it was so important in that season of silence that I spent time with myself, and I connected with myself and aligned with myself so that I could actually hear my own thoughts without the influence of society and what everyone else expected of me, without the people pleasing and all the other demands that we put on ourselves unnecessarily. And that's how Go Be Her came to be. It's a book of tools that I use to help women find themselves, come back to themselves, align with themselves so that they can actually be themselves and choose the life that aligns with that woman as well. I always knew that I wanted to be an author. I always knew that I wanted to travel the world, but I literally was not doing either. I had one book out, a very short book, but I never made the time to write and complete all the other writing projects that I had been working on. And this tragedy put me in the position to realize that, one, life is short, and two, what better time than now to make those things happen? Might go broke, might have to come back and get support, but I was willing to take the chance because I felt like the only alternative was to just be scared. And I knew that if I was going to stay in a place where I was scared, then I was going to get stuck and never achieve the things that I wanted to for my business and for my life. So I took the leap. One-way ticket to Costa Rica. All I had was a carry-on in a book bag and a dream. And that dream has unfolded over the last 2 years. And this book is just so dear to me because it really, really is loaded with all of the ways that I help myself align with and strengthen my inner woman to become the woman that I'm meant to be. Go Be Her is meant for you if you are trying to figure out what's next and you just can't see it. Like, literally every single day when you open up this book, there's going to be a prompt for you to just retreat within in the morning or whenever you take a time during the day to spend time with yourself, and which I highly encourage. Like, if you're not spending time with yourself right now, something has to change. And that's what I realized. Something had to change. Like, I could not wake up at 40 still working the jobs that I was working and and have regret about the fact that I never did the things that I wanted to. In me taking the leap, literally on the other side of the fear was everything that I've ever dreamed of. And I feel like there's probably somebody that's watching this right now where you are afraid of your next step, but I promise you on the other side of fear is everything that you're asking for, everything that you want, and you are supported. I'm a believer in God, and God has really shown me over the last 2 years that when you trust him and you take that leap, he literally will order every single step with ease. And so I teach my clients how to live a life of balance with ease and actually become the woman that they want to and have the results that they want to. That's what's been happening with me. I had the opportunity to continue to build my business and not stay in a place where I was stuck and no longer able to support women because I wasn't getting the help that I needed. But because I left and retreated on my own and found myself, discovered all of the reasons why that pain existed. Woo! Baby! It's just been an amazing journey, and I want everyone to take this journey with me. So that's why you got to Go Be Her. Every single day, you'll be able to flip to a topic that will help you connect with yourself, connect with God, and become the woman that you are meant to be. Go Be Her is such a gem to this generation, and that's not even me bragging. Like, it literally is an overflow of what God has been doing in my life over the last 2 years, and then even long before that. And so I just want you to, do that. I really want you to do that. I really want you to connect with her, become her, align with her, and experience all the joys that this life has to offer when we are no longer stuck in the boxes that society puts us in. So check it out and stay tuned for more.